What if I told you Lionel Messi wasn't just born great, he has been built decision by decision, sacrifice by sacrifice. A 10-year-old kid, too small, too fragile, diagnosed with a condition that could have ended everything, and yet he became the greatest of all time. Messi was born into a simple working class family. His father, George Messi, worked in a factory. In Messi's house, football was a part of daily life, and this is where his story becomes interesting. When he was just 4 or 5 years old, his father enrolled him in a local club called Grandoli, where he himself was a coach. And from day one, Messi was learning the game in a disciplined environment with guidance, direction, and intent. Like every great athlete, Messi had people behind him, and two of them shaped his journey deeply. First was his father. He was actively involved. He trained Messi, pushed him into the right environment, made sure that he plays with older and stronger kids, and took early responsibility for his career decisions. He created the structure. The second was his grandmother, Celia Oliveira. She was the emotional backbone of his journey. She took him to the training, encouraged him constantly, and believed in him when others doubted him. There were moments when coaches discouraged him from playing football, claiming Messi's short height would prevent him from succeeding. But she stood firm and supported him. That belief mattered. His grandmother believed in him, saying, "Let him play. Maybe one day he will win 8 Ballon d'Ors and World Cup." And what is the reality? We all know. Even today, when Messi points to the sky after scoring a goal, it's a tribute to her. And this tells that talent needs belief. Without someone backing you early, even the best potential can fade. Around the age of 10, Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, a condition that affects his physical development and height, something that is crucial for a professional footballer. The treatment was a long-term and expensive, costing about $1,000 every month, far beyond the family could easily afford. So now the situation was clear. He had the talent, but his body and finances were working against him. But this is where Messi's story shifts from talent to strategy. His family had two choices. They could stay in Argentina, where life was familiar, but opportunities were limited. Or they could take a massive risk, move to Europe, give trials, and start from scratch with a completely uncertain future. They chose the second option. At just 13 years old, Messi moved to Spain with his family and got a trial with FC Barcelona. The coaches immediately saw something special in him, but signing him wasn't an easy decision. It meant the club would have to cover the expensive medical treatment. Still, Barcelona took a chance and solved both his health problem and career path. And honestly, I will not call this a luck. This happened because a bold, calculated decision taken at the right moment. Now, of course, decision alone don't create greatness. Messi himself had qualities which sets him apart. He had an obsession with the ball. He didn't just train during sessions. He played constantly. He was used to competing with the older boys, which sharpened his thinking and built resilience early on. And beyond all of that, he had a quiet and deep focus. While others relied on physical strength and flair, Messi relied on understanding the game at a level very few could. All of this became possible because he prepared early. His father didn't wait for things to figure themselves out. He trained him, he exposed him to the right challenges, and built his foundation at a very young age. That early preparation is what created the potential which eventually Barcelona saw. Once Messi entered the Barcelona system, his development followed a very clear pattern. He was consistently pushed to play above his level against older and stronger players. This forced him to think faster, react quicker, and become mentally tougher. Instead of trying to fix every weakness, the focus was on amplifying his strengths. Since he wasn't physically dominant, his training doubled down on dribbling, balance, and agility, skills that eventually became his biggest weapons. And finally, the environment played a huge role. At La Masia, he was surrounded by elite coaches, structured development, and constant competition. None of this was accidental. It only became possible because the family ensured he was placed in the right system at the right time. When you step back and look at his journey, his talent was identified early and there was no confusion about his path. His family made real sacrifices. They moved countries, faced financial uncertainty, and stepped far outside their comfort zone. They didn't try to push him in multiple directions or forced alternatives. They fully backed him, what he was naturally good at. They took risk when it mattered, and most importantly, they always thought long term. Every decision was about creating the best possible environment for his future. Like Messi, many children are capable of achieving incredible things. When challenges come, they break, not due to lack of talent, but because they lack direction and the right support system. Messi had both. His father gave him structure and direction. His grandmother gave him belief. His family took risks when it mattered. Barcelona gave him the platform, and Messi did the rest. So the real takeaway is simple. If you want extraordinary results, you have to be willing to make uncomfortable but strategic choices early on. Because talent might give you a head start, but it's your decision that decide how far your child goes. If you found this valuable, don't just watch these stories like this. Learn from them and apply what makes sense in your own or your child's journey. And if you are unsure about your child's direction, tools like psychometric assessments can help you understand their strengths, interests, and natural inclination, so you can plan with clarity, just like Messi's family did. Because greatness isn't random, it's built.